Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were mixed. The Nasdaq was up almost about 0.18%, however Dow was down. The job data that came out over the weekend were better than market expectations as the jobless claims actually fell. European markets however were down anywhere from 0.75 to almost about 2% due to increased concerns on the negotiations which are going on between Greece and the ECB, and also the bond yields in Germany have continued to spike up to almost about 0.83 to 0.84%. When we look at the Asian markets today morning, Japan is marginally down to flat market. Shanghai is up almost about 0.8% and Hang Seng is also flat. SGX Nifty suggesting that we are going to open down about 15 to 18 odd points. The data point which have come today morning, that Japan's economic outlook has been revised upwards sharply due to the better GDP data that came out in the first quarter, and the Chinese exports have de-grown for the third consecutive month. And in terms of flows, friends, on Friday the FIs were net sellers in the cash market to the tune of about 550 crore. However, domestic institutions were buyers to the tune of about 880 crore. And in the index futures, the FIs were sellers to the tune of almost about 450 odd crore. Overall, our markets continue to remain laggards. In fact, for the whole year, we have comprehensively underperformed most of the other Asian markets. And till we see some kind of a revival of earnings, the markets may continue to languish as the technical structure of the market also has weakened. On that note, let me invite our F&O expert to take you through important F&O tools and ideas that we can have from the F&O desk.
Good morning friends, we'll give an analysis on derivatives. In Friday's trading session, we have seen Nifty opening up with mixed cues and taking mixed cues from the international markets and opening up with a flattish note. However, in mid part of the day or in the first couple of trading sessions, we have seen Nifty showing some kind of negative breath due to selling pressure in many index heavyweights like banking stocks, which was the major underperformer in Friday's trading session. However, due to the gains of some of the defensive names like pharmaceuticals and FMCG, and even high beta sectors like metal sectors, we have seen Nifty and infrastructure sectors. We have seen Nifty inching higher in the Friday's trading session and managing a high of around 8,200 levels. But around 8,200 we have seen some kind of resistance and again seeing some kind of selling pressure. Remember friends, 8,200 call option has seen significant amount of build up in open interest in last couple of trading sessions, that is in Thursdays and in Wednesday, Thursday and Friday's trading session. All the three trading sessions we have seen significant amount of heavy build up in 8,200 strike price, and Nifty had taken resistance around that level. So 8,200 level would be watched quite closely in the coming trading sessions. If eventually we see going above, then only we might see pullback in Nifty. Eventually, Nifty managed to close in Friday's trading session with a minor loss of around 0.34% at 8114.25. On the open interest terms, we have seen hardly any build-up. That is only half a percentage was added in open interest. That is 1.15 lakh shares were added in open interest in Nifty in Friday's trading session. However, the cost of carry have again turned into, that is the Nifty difference have again come into the discount of around the cost of carry is around 0.10% and discount anywhere around 55 basis point. The put call ratio, we have seen a bit increase in put call ratio, which was a bit surprise, where we have seen Nifty going drifting down in the last couple of hours of trading session. We have seen put call ratio going up from 0.88 to 0.90 levels, indicating some kind of support in the put call ratio, and this is a bit positive sign for the market for today's trading session. Indian Volatility Index have also been more or less same in Friday's trading session at 18.09 levels. It has decreased around 0.18% from Thursday's trading session. On the options activity, as suggested, 8,200 call option continues to add significant amount of positions in it. Have seen an addition of around 14 odd percentage. However, the out of the money strike price of 8,300 and 8,500 call option have seen a minor addition in Friday's trading session. However, 8,500 call option is now the highest in terms of open interest for this series. While input option, we have seen an unwinding 8,100 strike price of around 3.5% Reference 8,000, 8,050 and 8,100 strike price put option has seen significant amount of build up in open interest in the start of the series, and majority of the build up is on the shorter side. So if we see more unwinding, we might see some kind of selling pressure in the market going forward. But a continuous build up in this 3 strike price, 8,050 surprisingly has around 20 odd lakh shares in open interest in it. We don't see 50 different strike price seeing significant amount of build up in this kind of open interest in 8,050 strike price, that is 15 level strike price. So Nifty has been taking support at around 8,050, 8,055 and has been seeing Nifty could see significant amount of support at around that level. So we have to watch 8,050, 8,055 levels quite closely. We don't see it breaching it convincingly in the next few trading sessions. So market participants could trade accordingly. 8,000 put option is the highest in terms of open interest for this series. There are 2 securities in buying period for today's trade, that is Antec Auto and Unitech. On FIS terms, there have been net sellers in index futures of around 490 odd crores, and the open interest of FIS in index futures have went up by around 4 to 5 odd percentage, indicating some kind of short positions has been created by them in Friday's trading session. In index options have a net bias of 130 odd crores, while in stock futures not much of activity, net sellers of only 50 odd crores, and stock options have a net bias of 20 odd crores only. 5 days wave stands at 8,200 with a lower range at 8,100 and 8,200. So anywhere breach below 8,100 or breach above 8,200, we might see momentum getting shifted into that direction in the coming few trading sessions. So market participants could act accordingly. SX Nifty is trading negative by around 14 odd points from the Friday's closing. It's quoting at 8,100, indicating some kind of flattish to negative opening can be expected in today's trade. That concludes from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you through share count pre-market action, starting with trading ideas. First, long call on Yes Bank as the company plans to raise over 16,000 crore. They have also approved increase in its borrowing limit to about 15,000 crore, and the combined limit of the FIs and FPIs would be pegged at about 74%. So that's positive for Yes Bank. So one can go long there with a stop loss of 806, target of 845 to about 860. Alstom TMB has one order of about 108.8 crore from Power Grid Corporation of India to supply auto transformers. So one can go long there with a stop loss of about 520, target of about 540 to about 550. And Sun TV, a negative development as the company has failed to get security clearance for its 33 channels, which is definitely a big negative development and a setback for the company. So one can short Sun TV with a stop loss of 363 and a target of about 346 to about 338. In other news and developments, the Kotak Mahindra Bank has inked a pact with the Global ING Bank for exploring opportunities arising from the cross-border transactions and business opportunities. And in case of Adani Carmichael deal that went through some kind of trouble, there are indications that over the next 2 or 3 months that issue could get resolved. In case of Nestle, almost about 9 variants of the product has been recalled, and they have been termed unsafe and hazardous for human consumption. And on the back of the developments in India, even the UK regulatory authority also has decided to carry out tests on the contents of the noodles. So that's a bit of a negative for the Nestle. In case of Wockhardt, about 200 bottles of Captopril, which is used in the treatment of blood pressure and antibiotics, have been recalled by the company. LIC hikes stake in REC to about 7%. Reliance Capital plans reinsurance foray. The Metropolitan Stock Exchange of India, which was still recently MCX Stock Exchange, has approached the investors to mobilize about 118 crore through a rights offer. Bombay Dyeing is planning to sell off its textile division based out of Pune, and LMW has unveiled 5 new machines at the Intech 2015 Expo at Coimbatore. ITC has passed the lead test, and the company does not add MSG as an ingredient. That's the clarification that came out post the Maggi noodles controversy. Hindustan Aeronautics and Bharat Electronics have signed an MOU to share their expertise, design, development, engineering and manufacturing to develop advanced airborne communication equipment to meet the requirement of defense services. NTPC has served notices to West Bengal, Bihar and Jharkhand government saying it will be forced to shut Farakka thermal power plant if the law and order situation is not maintained at the factory. Moody's downgrades IDBI Bank's baseline credit profile. Reliance Power, Adani in 4.5 billion power play in Bangladesh. List of stocks with positive and negative bias. Stocks with positive bias are Zee Limited, Eicher Motor, Hindustan Petroleum. Stocks with negative bias are Apollo Tyre, ACC and SEAT. Stocks for investment that we like at this point of time are Axis Bank, Ashok Leyland, Aditya Birla Nuvo, L&T and TCS. That's it from all of us friends. Have a great trading session. See you tomorrow at the same time.